515-605-9325 is the call-in number. And we are back on Facebook Live. Sometimes we have issues in which the signal gets lost. But we talked about building self-esteem. Self-esteem comes from knowing that who you are is not depending on other people's opinion of who you are. And so when you truly know who you are not affected by other people's behavior. You realize that their behavior is a reflection of how they feel about themselves. It has nothing to do with you. So if you are willing to listen to only your voice, you then will not be influenced by other people's attitudes or behaviors, because they don't have the power to make you feel bad about yourself. They don't have the power to make you feel bad about yourself. And that's a power that you should never give to another person. The power to define you. Now, if you are a parent who is ready to introduce a new idea, then we want you to prepare your home in such a way that it reflects a new thought. And that means a home in which there is no stress or fear. Because whether you're teaching one child or many children, and many homes have several children, every child has to get the message that they are of equal importance to everyone. Because this is the new earth that they are creating, one in which all lives matter. All lives are important. All are worthy of respect. So that's the home environment that you first need to establish. So we're sharing some of the steps to making your home the right learning environment for this curriculum. First thing, the home is a learning environment for all ages. Group discussions of ideas and events include everyone, and all are encouraged to share their thoughts, opinions, and ideas. For families with more than one child, young children will learn the basics of reading, math, and science as they enjoy group activities with older siblings. Parents, teachers can make sure all children receive a turn at games and activities, and all children get a chance to speak during group discussions. Here are a few tips to create the ideal homeschooling environment. And we do want you to listen. And of course, this is all part of the course, but it's important because the message given to younger children has to be your opinions matter, no matter how young you are. That's how you build self-esteem. You teach a child that their thoughts matter, which is totally different than some of us who may have been raised children are to be seen and not heard, or not even seen or heard. It's important that we give the message that your thoughts matter. So the first thing is to, number one, make it comfortable. Make your home learning environment comfortable. Sit in soft chairs or pillows. On the floor. And during group discussions, sit in a circle so that everybody can see everybody. And everybody can be recognized when they want to speak. There's to be no fussing, no yelling, no reprimands, no stress. Learning is fun. Everything is a game. And there are no losers. Everyone is encouraged and helped, never ridiculed. Number 3, take turns. Parents and teachers are facilitating discussions, making sure everyone learns patience to wait until another finishes talking, gently reminding others to listen until it's their turn to talk. 4, create an atmosphere of family participation. Turn off all electronic distractions. Don't try to talk over televisions, computers, or cell phones with earplugs. Start out each class session with a stretching, relaxation, and meditation exercise, and those will be described later. Number 5, serve snacks and make the distribution of snacks part of the daily math lesson. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, divisions, fractions. Just think, if you're serving a big round chocolate cake and you have 5 people, well, how much is 1/5, 2/5, 3/5? 3 of you get a slice and the other 2 slices left on the table. What does that represent in terms of fractions? So many ways. We'll talk about that, of course, in the curriculum. Number 6, use electronic devices for cooperative learning, pulling up videos or listening to a podcast as a group and discussing ideas. Number 7, read books together. Make it entertaining by changing voices for characters or even putting on costumes and acting out stories. Number 8, make chores part of the school lessons, pointing out shapes of dishes and containers being washed. Is it a circle, a square, a rectangle, triangle, oval? Number 9, make errands part of the school lessons. Make it a game. Can you round off items in the shopping cart to the nearest dollar and estimate the total, adding it in your head before you reach the cashier? Who can come close to the actual total? Definitely a game to play when you're shopping. Number 10, spend a good portion of the time outside. Take walks in all kinds of weather, sunshine, rain, warm and cold. Interact with nature as part of the science lessons. Observing animals, plants, bugs, trees, the sky, clouds, birds. Smell the air when there are no cars present. Smell the air when the cars are present. Talk about the experience. Number 11, use all interactions with others while outside as part of sociology studies. Observing the way people speak to others and the ways people respond to the ways they're spoken to. Have discussions about the things you observe. Analyze whether the behavior they saw follows the ethics rules. Remember what each of those letters stand for. And number 12, engage in physical activities to maintain health and wellness. Help children with hand-eye coordination skills. Use activities such as ball games and jump rope as part of the physics lesson, observing motion, velocity, momentum, force, distance, speed, and other principles of physics. Well, there are more, of course, and we want to make sure that we share some of these basics with those who are looking to give their children a different kind of learning experience. So we do hope that you are willing to try something that will challenge your child to think and to explore and to have confidence in their ideas because they're listened to. And that's one of the major things that need to happen, is that we need to listen to our children. We need to listen when they are ready to share their thoughts and give them the understanding that their thoughts do matter. Their thoughts do matter. So when we say things to a child in a way that tells them they don't matter, their thoughts are not important, their feelings don't matter, that's when we're literally damaging their self-esteem. Because the way you treat a child when they get ready to speak or express an idea tells them whether or not they matter. And this is why that particular way of functioning is important. So now you've got people who are aware and people who are unaware. The unaware people don't realize that the world is changing and that they must prepare in a different way. The aware people are being guided to do something different. I'm going to share one more piece. The two types of people on the planet. And you can determine if you are
Try
one
to
of
change
these people.
anyone.
So our caller Pianki was discussing, people who have certain cultural beliefs and, should we leave them alone and let them be? Well, of course. People have to be who they are until they are guided to become something else. We're going to share this last video with you from Dolores Cannon, titled The Two Types of People on the Planet. And you can determine if you are one of these two types. All right, and here we are. Dolores Cannon on the two types of people on the planet.
Not supposed to go out and try to change anyone. Those who are already enlightened, they're already advanced, they realize what's happening now, they're already there. You don't have to worry about it. The other ones that are so deep into negativity, we're not going to be able to make a difference anyway. They have to find their own way. We're not supposed to convert anyone. It's the ones in the middle that are not sure which way they want to jump. Those are the ones we have to reach, the ones we have to talk to about that things are happening, things are changing, and we're moving into this totally new world. Man has destroyed civilizations down through time, and each time it's usually with the bad use of their mind, the misuse of the powers of their mind. And each time they'd start all over again from the beginning and create a totally new civilization, a new world. They said there's no longer time for that. We can't do it. We can't waste that time. So this is part of the developing of our psychic powers, bringing that back, changing this because we're going to carry it on instead of destroying the world and starting all over again. That's why we're having all this chaos and problems right now as the two try to decide and separate and shift. So it's a very important time we're in right now. And there's many souls that are coming in right now to be here for it. They volunteered to come. The call went out throughout the universe, volunteers to come and help. They have to be souls that are pure, that have not known violence, have no karma to repay, to come in and help raise the consciousness of those who are here. And these people don't know they're one of these. I find it out in my work, but they have no idea on the conscious level they are one of these who has volunteered to come and to use their energy to help raise the consciousness of the world. And I've been told it's working because now the positive is beginning to overshadow the negative. And we are moving into a new world, and it's beyond anything you could expect. But it's too late to turn back now. It's in the process, and it is happening.
And those were the words of Dolores Cannon. And she speaks of the two types of people on the planet and the fact that you can't convert anyone People are who they are, and people are making decisions based on their understanding. You just have to seek out those of like mind who are conscious and aware. And those are the people that you will coalesce with. And our caller, Pianki, asked about this curriculum and who's involved. This is not a race-based or American-based thought. This is the collective mind of those who understand finding each other and choosing to work together because they understand. They don't have to be told. They don't have to be convinced. They already know inside. Even if they're not consciously aware that they're one of these people, as she said, that who volunteered, we're finding each other and we're creating and we're developing so that those who are meant to bring forth the new earth can be prepared in a way that is beneficial to them and to the world. So we thank you all for joining us today as we introduce this new Earth Homeschool, and we'll be continuing on. Join us tomorrow for Soul Purpose Healing.
We've come to the end of our show today, but you can hear every show in the archives at www.blogtalkradio.com/the-female-solution. You can also hear today's show on the Female Solution Facebook page. Go to www.facebook.com/the-female-solution. Leave your comments about today's show. You can always reach me on my website at www.naimalatif.com. That's www.naimalatif.com. Watch our TV shows, listen to our radio shows, order our books, and be sure to get your copy of the book, The Female Solution. On behalf of our team of radio hosts, I'd like to thank all of you who participated in today's discussion. And to our global family listening from all around the world, we say thank you. To our family in China, Sheshe, India, Zanzibar, Japan, Arigato, Korea, Kamsahamnida, Russia, Spasiba, Germany, Danke, Poland, 60 seconds, France, Merci, Spain, gracias, Italy, grazie, Egypt, shukran, Ghana, medasi, Nigeria, eshe, South Africa, Ngiyabonga, Senegal, Geret, Kenya, asante, Israel, toda, Pakistan, shukriya, Afghanistan, Tashakur, Saudi Arabia, shukran. Assalam alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you. And may peace be upon you and the mercy of God and God's blessings.